Hey, what up, guys? This is Kane again. Um, so I am bouncing off the walls like a mofo right now because, that's what I do. It is currently 4:09 in the morning. I'm not gonna date the episode because, whatever. Who cares? Who cares about dating episodes? Like, geez, we get it. You record them in bulk. What am I saying? What am I saying? What am I thinking? Oh, linear thoughts. Don't get this straight now. This episode is off to a chalky start. So, it has occurred to me that I'm putting all of these online, and that my parents know my email address is connected to this account. Meaning that they very easily could get dropped notifications saying that I uploaded a YouTube video. They very easily could click on them and just discover a bunch of 20-minute long videos of their daughter getting stoned as shit playing Breath of the Wild. And, you know? I'm trying to think of how that conversation would go. And it's kind of hilarious, actually. I'd totally be down for having that conversation. Like, sure, I'm making a fool of myself on the internet, but who doesn't these days? And also, like, I'm making stuff. All my life, all I've ever wanted to do is make stuff. I don't feel like it should be very surprising to anybody that I'm making stuff. Even if it does mean going on the internet, making a fool of myself, or whatever. That's just what it is. Like, I'm overthinking it. Chances are my parents are never gonna watch these. Now they really don't give a crap, and I really don't blame them. So that's just my mind and how my mind works. And yeah, that's just what's going on. I don't even know why I'm killing these guys. Like, I don't even remember what this gives me. A boomerang! Excellent. Am I even gonna take it? Yeah, I will. That sucks. Oh, and I guess it does have 14 attack. That's pretty good for right now. I'm not gonna do amiibos for a little while, because I don't know where they are. So yeah. That's that. I'll do them eventually, though. Just probably whenever I get tired of having really crappy supplies in this game. But yeah, amiibos, you can do them once a day. I have amiibo cards, which I'm not entirely sure is legal. But basically you just, like, hold them up to your Joy-Con, and then, like, it detects which one it is, and it drops items from the sky. And then you just have items, and it's a good time. I missed it. God dang it. Gosh dang it. That was terrible. Come on, Kane. You would think after playing Horizon Zero Dawn, I'd be able to function a bow and arrow, but I'll tell you what, I can't. I can't in that game either. Oh god, yeah, I need like 30 wood. Forgot about that. I wonder if there's any consequence to me just like killing those deer. I bet this dog attacks me. Those aren't deer, those are goats. I caught that a little. Oh my god, that's adorable! He chases his tail and then he catches it and he doesn't know what to do with it and then he just stands there. That's adorable! Can I pet you? Why can't I pet you? I could pick a dog up in Ocarina. Oh, is he following me now? Oh, who's a puppy? Oh my god, I didn't know the dogs in this game did that. That's freaking adorable. Oh, my heart. is in shambles on the floor. Don't mind me, puppy, I'm just gonna... That's the other thing that I should do that with this game. When I find my amiibo cards, maybe I'll do that with this game, is actually, like, try and use, Wolf Link. Because I like Wolf Link, I do. He's fun. He's cute and he's fun and he gets you, like... He hunts stuff for you, there it is. He hunts stuff for you. And, like... Yeah. Amazing. I like him a lot. He's my favorite. But he's just kind of frustrating to work with, in general. Because, like, if you climb a whole lot, then he, like, just genuinely can't follow you. And that gets really frustrating. Because this game is kind of built on climbing a little bit. But at the same time, I could just travel normal roads like a normal person and play this game reasonably. But, who does that, right? This is fun. Ooh, break. Oh god, break. Jesus. I was looking. Russell. Okay, now I'm high enough up. Haha. I want to at least do enough of these to be able to fast travel easily. You don't actually have to do them to fast travel, which, thank God, because some of these are just genuinely atrocious. I'm not doing anything with motion controls, hands down. Motion controls ruin good games, and I can't believe Nintendo does that. Like, stop thinking that motion controls are any good. But this one's actually kind of reasonable and fun too, so I'm gonna do it. Like I said, my last run through was 110 shrines. It's not happening. I'm dead inside. There's going to be a handful of times throughout this playthrough in which I'm going to walk into a shrine and immediately turn around and walk back out. And that's just the facts of it, because I'm never doing some of those shrines again. I refuse to do some of those shrines again. And others I will just blatantly Google. And I will do that for any game all the time. With no shame. Because, it's just what happens. Sometimes you just need to know. Oh, whoops. Heh. Hey, check that out. See, this one's kind of neat and cool and interesting. I'm okay with it. I always forget that, what is this called? Cryosis. I always forget it's a thing. It exists. And then I get, like, really frustrated at some super basic puzzles, and then I'm like, oh yeah, I can just fucking freeze mud. Like that Merc. I will get frustrated at that Merc at least once in my life, or at least once in this playthrough, certainly. Before I realize, oh yeah, I can just freeze it. Ooh, rupees. So yeah, rupees kind of have an interesting spin on this game compared to most Zelda games. They're kind of rare and sort of hard to come by, and you wind up having to sell a whole bunch of your stuff for them. That being said, I don't dye my clothes because I don't care. So, and I don't buy jewelry because I don't care. I don't really buy very many clothes at all, actually. I think I buy, like... I'm gonna buy the Hylian tunic. And then I'll get the champion tunic, and then I'm set for the game. That's fine. Or, well, no, there's the required tunics, of course. And the Rito sweatpants. I love the Rito sweatpants. Those are the coolest pants in the game. I forgot to actually play for a second there. Skip that out of habit. But what was I saying? Yeah, the Rito sweatpants look so comfortable. I always think that those are like, I like to believe that those are Link's favorite pants because they're comfy and they're warm. I don't know. I like Link. I like this iteration of Link. He's just a savage boy with no memories who will absolutely run past you screaming, launching himself into the water to catch a fish. I adore him. I love him so much. I think she gives you something. Oh, she just told me about elixirs. Wait, she gives me an elixir if I hear her out, though. Make elixirs by mixing bugs and other small creatures with monster parts. Most of them are no good for refilling your health, but they have a lot of unique effects. Yeah, she gives me a hasty elixir, which is frickin' useless. Thanks, sweetheart. But it's free, so whatever. Hey! There's a pot over here. I'm gonna cook off screen, actually. I should get Kakariko. I said I'd do Kakariko in this episode, so I'll do Kakariko. And then once I'm done talking to Impa and getting everything that I need in Kakariko, I'll end the episode. These aren't gonna be, like, actual lengths. Also, I don't ride horses that much. I really get frustrated with the controls with horses. I'll probably get Epona from the amiibos, and I might play around with her a little bit, but well, horses frustrate me. Oh yeah, this is another storytelling place. So this is actually... Are we where I think I am? This is... Yeah, this is where I think it is. Okay, he's alive. He's alive. Oh god, what have I done? Oh god. Okay, awesome. So that's why you don't run out of stamina when Guardian is attacking you. That was stupid. So yeah, this was one of the battlefields for the final battle that Link almost died in. And you can see, I think this is actually, like, not that far from where he died. Oh, I'm all the way back here. Dang it. That's inconvenient. But yeah, I think this is actually, like, kind of close to where he almost died. And where Zelda discovered her powers. But as you can see, like, it was 100 years ago. This stuff's buried. Like, nature is kind of retaking them. But, you know, some of them are alive. And sometimes I forget about that. But yeah, you can search them for ancient screws and stuff. I'm not going to search all of them because I don't know exactly. Oh, excuse me. I don't know exactly which ones are alive. And I'll go guardian hunting at some point because I love guardian hunting. There's probably going to be like an hour-long episode at some point that's just going to be no progress whatsoever. It's just me dicking around in Hyrule Field. That's actually another star fragment. I could potentially grab that. But on my way to. I'm not even going in the right direction. Hilarious. Okay, I'm not going to grab that star fragment. Well, I could grab that dog fragment. It's 300 rupees. Okay, I'll grab that stuff. Okay, maybe it's kind of wrong. But I can get some supplies there. I guess this will just be a longer episode. Yeah, we're already at 15 minutes. This is going to be a longer episode. Because I do want to do Kakariko in this episode. And I'm not doing anything else with my life. So, here I am. Yeah, so this was one of the battlefronts. And you can see, like, the Guardians were all climbing up this wall, but they actually held them off. And, the reason they were able to hold them off is because Zelda magically found her powers. I think some of these NPCs actually, like, tell you about it. No, come back. So yeah, this was like a fortress against the efforts, or like against the army, because at that point Hyrule Castle Town was gone. The main defense of all of Hyrule was gone. This was just trying to like keep as many people alive as possible, and you can see like how this battle would have gone down and how like brutal it was and how freaking horrifying. Because you've seen those Guardians shoot a laser at me. There's nothing you can do about that, and you bet that these wooden pillars aren't going to do anything. So like, you can just imagine the sheer horror that comes with being up here and being one of these last soldiers trying to guard the survivors that are probably still running down that very path, and you just have to cover for them. And what happened, and there's actually a flashback of it, Link died. Like, over here. I think it was implied that they had retreated from Castletown and were now, rushing to either the aid of the fortress or trying to get the princess to safety. Probably trying to get the princess to safety because she was pretty useless. But yeah, I died over here, and that was all fun. And then Zelda actually managed to awaken her powers. I'm not gonna say no to a horse that literally, like, doesn't even care if I mount it. Like, I'll take it. You're a nightmare to control, though. Jeez. But yeah, so I died, I think it was over here? I'll find the memory. It's the last memory that you do. And Zelda, in a frantic rush, managed to destroy all of these Guardians. And then she went back to Hyrule Castle Town and contains Ganon there, and is still doing that as we speak. It's been 100 years. Sucks to be her, truly. This is why I don't like horses. This right here. This is why. There we go. There we go. I'm not at all going the correct direction. I need to be going this direction? Yeah, that'll work. This direction will work. I do like the horse music. I just find it a shame that I hate riding horses, because it's just kind of frustrating. Because, like, you can see it fighting me. Like, it kind of, like, backs its, yeah, it does that. It backs its head around, and then it just sort of goes in a different direction than I want it to go in. And it sucks. I don't... And I think it's supposed to be like, oh, well, they're, you know, they're animals too, and there actually is a cutscene that's like, they're animals too, and you have to be kind to them and all that, but it's just, why would you deliberately make a game do the opposite of what somebody is asking it to do. I don't know. I don't get it. See, there he goes. Just freaking turning a 90-degree angle at me. Like, jeez, dude. There's a Wizrobe in here. Alright, we're running past that. I'm not fighting it. Oh, I can't run past it. And my horse might die. Yeah, my horse is dead. And I might be dead. No, I'm not dead. I'm not alive. Sure. I should cook. I'll cook off screen. I think I've said that like 3 times now. God, I'm not even... Oh jeez. 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 Okay, I think he forgot that I exist. Oh yeah, Luminous Stone, that sells for a lot, man. There is one guy in Zora's Domain, I think. If you give him 10 Luminous Stone, he'll give you, I think, like 1 or 2 diamonds, but it's worth more, and then he starts buying them for you for less than you can originally sell them. The audacity! I like that guy. I like the idea of just a giant Zora person just, like, going around and ripping people off. Giving them a good deal once so that he can consistently rip them off from that point onwards. I don't even know where I got these apples. It doesn't matter. Food is food. Because I took way too much damage from those keys. Oh jeez. Oh jeez. Okay, you know what? It's just Luminous. I don't care anymore. I'm not gonna fight with the physics of this game. This is the first game where Link is Ragdoll. So that's something. I forgot that the colors on my TV are super saturated because that's how I like it. And then I like look over and it's all pale and gross on my computer screen. Oh, there's a bunch of apples. Okay, now I'm going in the correct direction. I think I went down the wrong road. Got those guys. Oh, well. I don't have very many arrows. I have to buy arrows. That's a shame for me. Are we there yet? Jeez. Yeah, there's a lot of just like dead space in this game where you're just trying to get from point A to point B. Because this world is not as... It feels like they made the map, and then they realized that they didn't have anything to put in the map. And, like, there's stuff that you can do, and there's rewards for exploring around every corner, and blah blah blah. Like, but it's the same stuff. After you start playing it enough, you really don't care. So, like, it just sort of turns into a lot of this. And there's really no point in running because that just sort of gets frustrating after a while. Because you have to wait for it to come back. So it's easier for me to just zone out and stick my control stick in the opposite direction. What's up with you? Can I sell stuff to you? Parker Village is just short. Oh, Jesus. Hello, stutter. Kakariko Village is just a short jump to the north of the bridge, but the road to Hotno Village to the east is very long. You want my advice, you buy stuff that fills you with vigor, gives you stamina you need. That's just if you want my advice. I'm selling a few things I've picked up in my travels. Doesn't cost a look. Yeah, I'll take it. Fine stuff. Yeah, these traveling merchants aren't typically too interesting. But I will sell you some stuff. All merchants sell for the same amount. I think there's a couple that buy for more. But not very many. If I get opals. Keep monster parts. Yeah, I'm not gonna cook that. I just want the money. And a bunch of these. The best traveling merchant in this game is Beetle. Sometimes he has like copious amounts of arrows. Take care out there. And that's always very helpful. There are a lot of segments in this game where you're literally just going from village to village, buying every single arrow that you can. And then you typically go guardian hunting. Because guardian hunting is the best part of this game. Those things are so fun to kill. I have to do Hatsu as well. Gosh, this episode is going to be long. Well, I'm not doing anything else. I imagine nobody else is doing anything else either. I imagine that's why people watch YouTube. Shalaka! You can see me? I can see you. Shalaka! Shalaka! It's been 100 years since anyone has been able to see me. I wonder if that implies that Link knew Hetsu. You know what I mean? Like, it's been 100 years since anyone has been able to see me. So it makes me wonder if Link knew Hetsu 100 years ago. Like, when he was a small Korok. Maybe Hetsu was there when he drew the Master Sword. Maybe him and Hetsu have more of a history than anybody necessarily thinks. Huh. I've never caught that before. That's fascinating. Curious. I'm Hetsu and I need your help. Those monsters over there stole my beloved maracas. I think they're still on the other side of those rocks. I can't use my powers without them, Shoko. So please get my maracas back from them. Yeah, so this is the guy, he, makes your inventory bigger by giving him Korok seeds. I think I have 1 Korok seed? I have 3 Korok seeds. Ooh, fancy. But yeah, that's gonna be enough for like 2 inventory slots, which is fun. This is almost a difficult battle when you don't have any gosh dang supplies. But also you can just like blow them up. So yeah, that's how you do that, like gosh dang pro. Yunk. This doesn't have a blade. There we go. Yeah, I need as much wood as possible. I think I need like 30 bundles of wood. I know it's 3,000 rupees for the house. Hetsu's maracas! Hetsu's beloved maracas. He's been shaking them around since he was 2 years old. Is that old or young? Is that like infancy for a Korok? How old do Koroks get? Do most Koroks survive? I mean, but like, do most Koroks survive? Like, Hetsu's the only guy that you see that's this size. Does that mean that he's special in some way? I'm very confused. Shalakala! Those are my maracas! Please give them to me! So cutie. Shalaka! But wait, there's something wrong with my maracas. The Korok seeds inside are gone. How am I supposed to dance now? If I had just one Korok seed, I could sing, dance, and use my powers to help you. You see, I have the power of inventory expansion. So let me know if you find some Korok seeds. I have some Korok seeds. The children of the forest must have taken the Korok seeds from my beloved maracas. I never thought I'd be the target of one of their pranks. That seems like an unusually cruel prank considering how depressed Hetsu is and how scattered all of the Koroks are. That seems kind of cruel. Wow. What a bunch of assholes. Wait, Mister, do you have a Korok seed? You do! You got a Korok seed from one of the forest children. If you give me just one Korok seed, I'll make your inventory bigger in return. Yes, please. So, okay. Which stash do you want? Crappity. Probably my weapons. Yeah! Oh, I skipped his dance on accident. I have enough to do another one, so I'll watch his dance next time. I skipped it by habit. Like I said, my last playthrough killed me inside. Your weapon stash has been expanded, Chikala. You want me to expand your inventory again? Yes. I believe your shield stash. Oh, yeah! It's so cute. I love him. I love him so much. I also love that he sings the da-na-na-na-na. It's so cute. Your shield stash has been expanded. Oh, look at the time! I need to go before Grandpa yells at me. Does Grandpa imply that, like, they have linear bloodlines? I'm so confused by the existence of these creatures. I have so many questions. Sorry, I have to go, but I still need Korok seeds to bring them to the Korok Forest. Bring them to Korok Forest if you find any. I love how he says that as though it's such a simple task. Like, yeah, just wander your way into there and let me know. It's normal. It's entirely normal. Entirely normal. Just walk through the maze of mist and nightmare fuel. And when you get there... Jeez, shut up, phone. When you get there, you'll know what to do. And you're not gonna get eaten by the mist. Like, yeah, right? If I were anybody else, I would just, like, get lost in there and turn into a frickin' Stalfos. Because apparently that's what happens. Or at least that's what happens in Ocarina of Time. If an adult wanders into the forest and gets lost, then they become a Stalfos and they die. And it doesn't seem to be what happens in this forest, but then again, you're the chosen one, so maybe it is what happens in that forest, and the Koroks are all just protecting you. It's not really explained. But you know, Zelda lore is fake, and nothing is real. So there's that. Yeah, you found me. Bye-bye. I appreciate how short and sweet that is. Like, I get it, you gotta say something. A little reward. But after the first one, it's just, yeah, you found me. Bye-bye. What's up with you? I'm sorry, Traveler, but I seem to have twisted my ankle. Let's see here. I'm sorry you had to see me like that. Say, Traveler, where did you get that object hanging from your waist? Well, you see, it's a bit of a story. And I didn't get a blowjob that day. Yes, I see. The Sheikah Slate is a symbol. It means that you are the hero of legends. Though there are few who know such legends anymore. But we Sheikah have been waiting for you for a very long time. Please, before all else, I insist that you speak with our leader, Impa. Where the heck is she? Impa's house is below the Lantern Falls. Just over there. In any case, it was a real honor to meet you. I suppose you're used to that, having lived as long as you have. I am not. I've been alive for like 2 days. Why do I have, like, no supplies on me? Oh, I guess it just removed it when I... What? My bow broke. Oh, my shield also broke. Okay, well, I'll just wander around with just the sword. I like this stuff anyway. I used to only wander around with... I used to do, no sword runs of Twilight Princess. Or no shield runs of Twilight Princess all the gosh dang time, because I genuinely hate how swords look, or how shields look in that game. I despise the look of shields in that game. They look terrible. And Link is a very shapeful person, and I appreciate his sometimes effeminate curves. I'm really gay, and he has nice hips in that game. I ate all my apples. Oh, no, I didn't. Cool. So these are, like, the dumbest things ever. Just drop an apple in there. I mean, you always have apples. The game kind of ensures that you always have apples whenever you come across these things. Because, like, I have 5 apples now instead of 1. You there, who are you? How dare you trespass upon Lady Impa's abode? Is that a Sheikah Slate? But that would mean you are... No, it's not possible, can it be? Damn straight it is. Let me in. Please forgive us for behaving so rudely. Of course, we've heard the legends from Lady Impa herself. Please, friend, go ahead and step inside. I love how Link has no idea what's going on right now. He's just like, dude, I just came here because the old man told me to. A man? Huh? Is that... It's a Sheikah Slate. Could you be the hero my grandmother told me about? What was his name? Oh, it's not that I forgot. I'm just bad with speaking. As for me, my name is my name is Paya. Whew, I got it out. I know I should be able to say that easily, seeing how it's my own name and all. I'm so sorry. Anyway, my grandmother has been awaiting your return ever since I was little. But please hurry inside. Anyway, I'm not doing her shrine. She can lose that orb and appreciate the fact that she lost it for all I care. That's the most bullshit thing. So you're finally awake? This is all in Japanese because I hate the English voice acting with fiery burning passion.
すっかり年を取ってしまったが、覚えておるじゃろ?
She's so cute. She's such a cute old lady.
Oh.
What is the matter? You look at me as though I'm a stranger to you. Those eyes, they lack the light of familiarity. It is I, courageous one, Impa. Surely you must at least remember the name Impa. Link is just like, nope. I see, so you've lost your memory. Well, it matters not. In fact, it may actually be a blessing in disguise for the time being. Dearest Link, please come a bit closer.
Hmm.
100 years ago. Yes, 100 years ago, the kingdom of Hyrule was destroyed. After you fell, Princess Zelda's final wish was to place you in a sacred slumber. And then, all alone she went to face Ganon. Before Princess Zelda went to nobly meet her fate, she entrusted me with some words she wished to say to you. I've been waiting 100 years to deliver the princess's message. However, these words which the princess risked her life to leave you, well, if you are to hear them, you must be prepared to risk your life as well. I'm afraid that burden may be too much to bear while you are still without your memories. I leave the choice to you. When you feel you are able to receive the princess's message, return to me. As though I have a choice, but to continue the game. Like, whatever. Also, the princess risked her life to leave a message for me, but as you will see, the message is a very long cutscene, but the message that Zelda leaves behind herself is one line. So keep that in mind while we're watching this entire thing. Also keep in mind, I fucking hate this upcoming cutscene. Also keep in mind exactly. Let me preface this with exactly how much time has passed. So the beginning of written history is 5,000 years ago. Link is just fidgeting, waiting for me to shut the fuck up. The beginning of history is 5,000 years ago. Okay. That's for our world, not this world. The beginning of written history is 5,000 years ago, and we have very little intact information from that long ago. The events that supposedly happened in the Bible were 2,000 years ago, and those are questionable. Some of them have evidence, some of them don't. It's all very bizarre, and nobody's quite sure what to think of them. In fact, nobody's even sure if Jesus was a person, or if Jesus was more than one person. That's how little we understand from only 2,000 years ago. Now keep that in mind as Impa goes on to explain exactly how long ago this very precise prophecy was dictated, delivered, and acted upon. Here we go. The words the princess risked her life to impart on you. I cannot pass them to someone who lacks conviction. Also, I died like 5 times on the way here. Like, of course I'm going to risk life and limb to figure this out. I've already died like 5 times. It's fine. Apparently it's not that big of a deal. Ha! Not a memory to your name, yet you are as intent as ever to charge forward with only courage and justice on your side. You've not changed a bit. Once a hero, always a hero.
Oh.
Very well. Since you've lost your memory, I will recount for you all that has happened. Here we go. I'm just gonna shut up. The history of the royal family and Calamity Ganon, a primal evil that endured over the ages. I forgot this is in Japanese. The evil has been turned back time and time again by a warrior wielding the soul of a hero and a princess who carries the blood of the goddess. With the passage of time, each conflict with Ganon faded into legend. So listen closely as I tell you this legend that occurred 10,000 years ago. 10,000 years ago!
当時のハイラルは
Hyrule was blossoming as a highly advanced civilization. So the Sheikah were kind of cool. Even the most powerful monsters posed little threat to the denizens of the realm.
人々はその
The
技術
people thought it
や
was wise
力
to
を
utilize their
勇者と
technology
姫の
prowess
助けにしようと考
to
え
endure the safety of the land should
厄災
Calamity
が
Ganon ever
復活して
return.
もその封印を確実にするものを作ろうとな。彼らは
They constructed 4 mechanical wonders that came to be known as the Divine Beasts.
真珠そして
They also built a legion of autonomous weapons called Guardians.
からくりの兵を作り出した。真珠を操る
The Divine Beasts were piloted by 4 individuals of exceptional skill from across the land.
こうして
And thus, the plan to neutralize Ganon was forged.
そして再
Upon
び
Ganon's inevitable
ガノン
return to
が復
Hyrule,
活し
the princess and the hero fought alongside these 4 champions against this ancient people.
勇者や姫と共にガノンに立ち向こうたのじゃ。ガーディアンは
The Guardians were tasked with protecting the hero,
数を生かし
as
て
the Divine Beasts unleashed a furious attack upon their
真
terrible
珠
foes.
はその巨体から猛撃を放って奴の力を削り取った。そして
And then the hero wielding the sword that seals the darkness delivered his final blow. The princess used her sacred power to seal away Calamity Ganon.
王家の姫が見事奴を封印したのじゃ。
100 years ago, in preparation for the foretold revival of Ganon, we strove to follow the leader of our ancestors of 10,000 years prior. 10,000 years. But in the end, despite our best efforts and careful planning, we underestimated his power. In order to avoid ever making that grave mistake again, the princess left you these words. Free the 4 divine beasts. That's what she said. The 4 divine beasts are an ancient Sheikah weapons wielded by the 4 champions who Ganon defeated. Jesus Christ, I'm losing my mind. The divine beast Va Radunia, controlled by Daruk of the Gorons. The divine beast Ra Mado, controlled by Rivali of the Rita. The divine beast Va Ruta, controlled by Mipha of the Zora. And the divine beast Va Naborus, controlled by Urbosa of the Garuta. It would be extremely ill-advised to face Ganon without the power of the divine beasts to help you. You must infiltrate the divine beasts that were stolen away by Calamity Ganon 100 years ago and bring them back to our side. More information about these divine beasts can be found locating the 4 races scattered across Hyrule. Yup. The Sheikah Slate will guide you on your way. You must go where it tells you and meet with each leader there. So I think this is the first time I played this, I think this is when I realized exactly how big the map was, and I was like, oh shit. Free the divine beasts. It seems to me your Sheikah Slate is not yet complete. The device Princess Zelda left you is your guide and also your memory. Now, let's see. Someone at the research lab in the Hateno village might be able to help you. The location shining on the eastern edge is Hateno village. It is a small village, one of very few places that avoided suffering significant damage during the Great Calamity. You are Princess Zelda's only hope, and Hyrule's as well. You cannot turn back now. Follow your heart and seize your destiny. So, 10,000 years. 10,000 years. I'm gonna go on this rampage while I go shopping really quick. 10,000 years! Are you freaking kidding me? That's so long. That's so long. 10,000 years! The beginning of our written history is, what, 5,000 years ago? If that? Like, 10,000 freaking years. You're joking, right? Please tell me that you're joking. So, the Sheikah could see the future so very vividly that they knew exactly what was going to happen. And they set aside the towers and the shrines and the Sheikah Slate for the sake of the hero. This is like Link's main outfit in this game, by the way. Like, you could dye it green, but like, why? It looks kind of cool. But anyway, so I forgot where I was in that rampage. But 10,000 years. So, oh, right. So the Sheikah could see the future. They put aside everything for life. That's fine and good and fun. But even if they could see the future, that's so long. You can't tell me that the legends have been so intact that within about a lifetime, they were able to excavate like an army worth of guardians, the pillars around Hyrule Castle, a handful of the shrines, possibly even one of the towers, the Shrine of Resurrection, all 4 Divine Beasts. Like, you can't tell me that they managed to dig all of that up in the span of, like, a lifespan or two, based off of these extremely accurate prophecies that the Sheikah had, when the amount of time between now and then is 10,000 years. That's so long! That's, like, unreasonably long. I don't get it. I don't understand. It makes my brain hurt. It just... 10,000 years. Like, I'm writing a novel with demigods that have been around since the frickin' dawn of existence. And you say 1,000 years and they go kind of pale, and you say 10,000 years and they might just faint. And then this frickin' game throws it at you as though it's frickin' nothing. 10,000 years. I'm not even sure, like, what humans were up to 10,000 years ago. I don't... It blows such a huge hole in the story that there's no way in hell I'm ever gonna get over it. That's so long! That's so long! 10,000 years! Like, and they did all of that excavation off of these prophecies. Yeah, I'll do this and then we'll call it an episode. But you want me to do that off of all of these prophecies and everything. And I just don't get it. I don't get it. 10,000 years. Yeah, I know how to do all this. But yeah, I'm never gonna be able to get over it, like, ever. So here we are. This teaches you how to actually, like, properly fight in this game. Sorry, I was reading and I realized I was still streaming as well. But yeah, 10,000 years. 10,000 years. It's so long. That's so long. And, like, as far as I know, Zelda was the first person to take huge amounts of interest in excavating these beasts and these guardians and everything. So, I didn't realize this. Yeah, it's that. Okay. I just. So, that means. Because Zelda's 17. So that means if Zelda's 17, then. I don't know. That means that in the course of. It couldn't have been more than 5 years they found all of that shit. No. That's such a huge hole in the story. Like, time does not make sense in this story. And if they started excavating earlier, then they need to make it clearer that Zelda is not the only person interested in these excavations, because the king certainly is not. King Rome scoffs at the idea of these excavations and keeps saying that Zelda needs to focus on trying to unlock her power as the goddess. So he obviously doesn't give a crap about them, meaning either they had to have been going on when he was already king, and then it would have had like some sort of repercussion to not have that going on, or alternatively, he does care about them, but doesn't think Zelda should care about them. But that's not made clear at all. You only get one flashback with that guy in it. It doesn't make sense. I have a lot of grievances with this story, and as I go through and find all the memories, I'm gonna be bitching about it up and down, I assure you. But anyways, this has been a very long episode. It's been like an hour long. That's fine. My throat hurts really, really terribly. It is 5 in the morning. I am manic as crap. And I think it's about time that I take some Benadryl and try and knock myself the hell out for the next handful of hours at least. Hip hip huzzah. But yeah, so anyways, I'm having fun doing this. Thanks for putting up with me sitting here and talking at air. And I will see you guys next time. Stay safe and sane. I love you all.